welcome to our discussion today. Today we are discussing hydropower versus wind power in relation to the environmental effects during the build and after the build. Both of the energy systems are green energy systems, so they don't pollute the environment at all, but they have different environmental effects, and today we are discussing these effects. You can't quite fix or reverse the effects, but you can try to minimize the damage for the environment. I think we will start with planning and location. You want to start?
For hydropower, then we use river for build the dam. For the damage, if we say for the damages, the water we not totally stop the water flow, but we use other option to flow the water. That will not affect so much to environmental, animal, and so on.
What about Windpower?
It's like the hydropower. Is so far away from the remote area and the population. For the wind turbine, our wind energy source, we just have a big land area, and just build the tower and the turbine in the large area. So so far away from the population and maybe from the forest. Yeah.
I would say both energies are problems for the animals, because wind power is a problem for birds and bats because of the noise, and for hydropower there are problems for like fishes, and you also destroy the natural flow of river.
But to get back to the planning and application, so in my opinion, I think it's easier to plan like a wind turbine system just because of the remote location. So in my opinion, it's easier than finding a perfect spot like on a riverbed or riverside, because I think there's quite a lot more wildlife. Yeah.
Also, when you remove the wind turbine, it's easier for the nature, because you only have the foundation left, but the nature can regenerate better than from a hydropower.
Yes. But if we talk about the cost for hydropower, it will can generate with that cost we can generate over the 100 years with minimal monthly cost.
Yeah, I agree with that. For the hydropower, I think it's like a river type that they flow 24 hours a week, a year. But for the wind turbine, wind energy, it's like unpredictable for the wind flow and wind speed in the land area. So it's like unpredictable energy sources.
To come back to the wildlife, I think it's quite harder for the fishes, the hydro systems are quite harder for the fish life than the wind turbines are on the bird life. So I think the impact on the environment is less with the wind turbines than the hydropower.
But yeah, with hydropower will affect the fish. But over the time, the population population will recover by their own, like before this.
Okay, good point. So the fish learn where they are not supposed to be and
Learn to live with it.
learn to live with it and stay away from the hydropower.
Yeah.
Good point. What about the birds? Are they doing the same?
So the what we care about is the birds and the wildlife in the skies. So in the remote area, and just before we build the area that have wind turbine, we observe the wind speed, and there is less population of birds, so we don't have
When people will fly higher than the
so it's just 100 meter.
So I think we all can say that the impact on the wildlife is less with the wind turbines, right? Okay. Then what about noise level and vibrations for the animals?
The hydropower, the noise from river is naturally, but maybe the noise will become lower because then there so many noises. Maybe it can lower the noise because then we block the noise from to. But the vibration we can very manage to lower the vibration, but it's still away from people. It's fine, not affect the population.
And the wind turbines can affect the population who live near the village, so it's also a problem.
Yeah, since hydropower and wind turbine is so far away from the population, people that live in the village, so maybe they cannot hear the noise and the vibration. So maybe the people who work in the station only hear the noise, affecting the whole population.
But people more scared to wind turbine because of the blade spin. It looks scary than the hydropower.
Good point. I think most of the people don't know too much about hydropower and the effects of the environment. Is it really bad or not? I think most of the people more or less ignore it, but the wind turbines is always a big topic.
You see it every day, so that's normal.
What about the reliability of 4%? Because when the part breaks, you have to more or less throw it away because these are very special parts. And is there hydropower better than nuclear power or other way around, which is more reliable, which breaks more?
For me, the generator was that because we use renewable energy like water, like wine, then we generate so much greenhouse gas that can affect the nature.
And wind turbines are made of 1,000 tons of steel, and you also can recycle the rotor blades after 20 years, so you have to burn them.
Yeah, that's bad for the environment.
In terms of reliability, of course the hydropower is reliable. So the river is flowing 24 hours, but the wind power it depends on the wind speed wind condition.
So I said in terms of reliability, the wind turbine is worse than
I would say totally both energy sources have some problems, but maybe in the future you can, change some problems, upgrade them.
Okay, I would say to wrap things up, hydropower has a worse impact on the wildlife, but wind energy is less reliability and parts break more often and you have to throw the parts